I fooled them all. I am the master.
What's up, everyone? My name's Michael. With the release of Series 11 around the corner, I'm here to talk about something I've been desperately wanting to talk about for nearly 8 years, which in my opinion is the biggest misstep in Doc 2. And that's the misuse of the Paradigm Daleks. With this video I'll be discussing Doc 2 spoilers as well as getting a little bit passionate, so be warned.
To show you the incredible strength of flex shot, I'm gonna blast huge holes with this giant cannon. Ready? Holy, look at all this damage!
In Matt Smith's first series, Victory of the Daleks, aired on the 17th of April 2010, it was meant to serve as a replacement for Bronze New Series Daleks that, at that point, we've had up to 5 years. In terms of a redesign for the Daleks, it was nothing new. The classic series often went through various design changes and colours for that matter. Fun fact, the original New Series Bronze Daleks were measured up to be Billie Piper's height, which is why they're perfectly eye level. However, actors and actresses come and go, and since then, Billie Piper was one of those. The new Daleks measured up to be Matt Smith's eye level instead. At this point in Series 5, the Daleks are a known threat, and I think the general consensus is the Daleks' fear and intimidation started to dwindle after Series 4, just because we saw them so much. There is a rumour, whilst not confirmed, that the Daleks, due to licensing agreements, have to appear in every series, otherwise they lose the rights to the Daleks. But again, it's only a rumour. And whilst there doesn't seem to be any reason as to why Stephen Moffat decided to redesign the Daleks, I can only imagine he wants to perhaps reignite the fear and intimidation. Why do I think this? I'll let Stephen talk. Now, due to copyright, I can't actually show you the clip, I'm sure you understand. Here's the URL on the screen right now. Or failing that, you can go to the official BBC Doc 2 YouTube channel to find the Stephen Moffat interview part 2. This is where this transcript comes from. And it goes as follows. It was a salutary lesson, and let's just be clear, talking about the new redesigned Daleks, the fault lies with me, and not with any of the brilliant team who made the new Daleks. They were beautiful in many respects, but it was my mistake, and a completely unnecessary one. But I'll tell you what was interesting about it. It was a fascinating lesson that I sort of never forgot. We made the Daleks huge. What a stupid idea. Why? We made the Daleks huge, just move the cameras further back and you make the Doctor smaller. Now if you've seen those actual props, they're gorgeous. You go and see them in real life or on stage, they look amazing. Where they don't look good is on television, the only place where it matters they look good. Let's get this out of the way. Teletubby Daleks, so original. Power Ranger Daleks, so original. M&M Daleks, clever Joe! Right, I agree with Stephen. These Daleks look great in person. Both at Doc 2 Live as well as the Doc 2 Experience, rest in peace, amen. Their sheer height and booming voices make them a very intimidating threat. Having the eye stalk be an actual eye was also very creepy, which adds a nice touch. And the class system also makes the Paradigm Daleks very interesting. Having particular classes of Daleks was a really nice call. It opens up so many possibilities and storylines, like what does the Eternal Dalek even do anyway? Speaking of mysteries, that back hatch. We got some sort of confirmation that that back hatch contains a special attachment, which presumably would swing out the back and go around the side acting as a type of rail. What could be around that hatch? Who knows? The future was potentially looking up for Daleks. Then they just disappeared due to fans' complaints.
I want to know why you just shouted at me down the microphone.
I live in Smethwick, Birmingham. If you want the fucking door, come down Smethwick, that's my energy. I'll come out of my house and I'll break your fucking leg.
Now, what went wrong? Well, the reaction at the time was mostly poor to the new designs, with a backlash, many online, but slowly bleeding into the mainstream media. People boil it down to the hate of the Daleks with two things. The first being the colours, as they look too plasticky, which I didn't mind that as much, as it reminded me of the Peter Cushing films. However, later Paradigm Daleks would be replaced with a metallic version of colours, which would look stunning. So I consider that complaint null and void. The other complaint was a hump at the back of the Dalek, which... okay, they kind of have a point. It does stick out a bit. In later appearances, a hump wouldn't be as prominent, but sadly, at that time they did this, the damage was done. I think if they were simply to cut off the back section like this, then it would look much better. I have to give arguments on both sides. As much as I like them, the hump annoys me slightly. There's a much bigger problem. As they try to reintroduce the Daleks with the soft reboot Series 5 is going for, you want these villains to be scary and deadly. So let's compare this episode to Series 1 episode Dalek, which also acted as a reintroduction for the Daleks. Let's see, the Daleks shot a lot of people, electrocuted a lot of people, sucked someone off, as well as doing a lot of destruction to the surrounding area. Also showing the Dalek can fly, as to those who could forget that it happened in the 80s, as well as visually showing they have a force field making them almost unstoppable. A great reintroduction to the classic villain. Now let's look at Victory of the Daleks. Well, a Paradigm destroyed a couple of space Spitfires, but I was just done through a ship, so it didn't really do it. It destroyed 3 Bronze Daleks. They almost blew up the Earth with a bomb. They shot some soldiers, but oh wait, that was a Bronze Daleks. See what's missing? I don't revel in characters dying, but that's the thing that's missing, is the body count. Even in later appearances, the Paradigms did nothing. They tried to trap the Doctor, but failed. It did shoot the Doctor, but nothing came of it. One got its eye taken off by the Doctor in a destroyed husk. And then they suddenly stand in the Dalek Parliament all high and mighty as if they've earned to be there. I love the Paradigm, I love the idea, I love the class system. And not sound like a child, but I love the colours, but Steve-O, you've got to earn the audience respect. Making them taller and deeper voices might be a good start, but you have to make them just as threatening, if not more so, than the Bronze Daleks. They are supposed to be the elite of the elite, the last resort to save the Daleks, so why am I not seeing them do anything? How would I fix them? Well, first off, I'd rewrite Victory of the Daleks, perhaps be a 2-parter, perhaps have it as the Paradigm Daleks be ground unit, killing either British or German soldiers, or I've done a similar style to Indiana Jones, perhaps the Bronze Daleks are searching for the Progenitor, which happens to be in World War II England or Germany. It's a race to find it. That way you could have a parallel of the Daleks being Nazis, which they originally were based off. Show a body count and just let them be intimidating instead of just blowing a couple of Spitfires and standing around doing nothing in a spaceship.
So this is abusive. I think you need to get honestly. Brilliant.
Oh my goodness me. Richard, what we do to you.
Did you know there was some sort of in-universe reason as to why we don't see him anymore? Oh, you're gonna like this. So there's supposedly 2 answers. The first being that after Victory of the Daleks, the Paradigm Daleks supposedly went back to Fixcaro, and mainly run behind the scenes which evidence in Asylum of Daleks, being in Parliament. The second answer, as given in Doctor Who experience, is the Bronze Daleks supposedly didn't like the Paradigm Daleks and started to rebel. What perplexes me is how we never saw this materialise on screen. The Daleks rebuilding Skaro, that sounds like a very interesting concept. As for the Bronze Daleks versus Paradigm Daleks, why did we not see this as an episode? It practically writes itself. It harkens back to Remembrance when we saw the Dalek Civil War. It's often joked that history tends to repeat itself, and when they're given a perfect chance to write something about Daleks blowing up each other, they didn't take it. It's a big missed opportunity to potentially put the Paradigm Daleks on the map and make them the dominant threat. Imagine if they killed all the Bronze Daleks. That would be amazing. You could show how threatening they are, as well as actually showing them that they are in charge. But sadly, that doesn't exist. Much like the Midlands, it's all make-believe and a lot of what could have been.
Nice one.
Supreme.
Nothing like a bit of
Dalek on Dalek.
I would love to see the Paradigm Daleks back, and being a show about time travel, it's entirely possible they could come back. Chris Chibnall has stated on record that the Daleks won't return for Series 11, therefore contradicting that contract rumour, but we shall see. But it's not all bad. I think one day the Daleks could be a prominent threat again. I'd say give them a series or 2 break, don't let them appear for Jodie until maybe she's on her final series, and then bring them out. I mean, the audience are already clamouring for a Dalek episode. I mean, look at this pie chart. But what do you think? Am I right? Comment below. Am I wrong? Tell me why. And if you'd like this sort of content, be sure to subscribe so we know. Be sure to check out the other video I made on this channel about a Doctor Who movie. But in the meantime, this is me, Michael. Drive safe.